caravan site's coming to an end where the railings finished just around here. And two nice ones overlooking the bay. And then there's some old bungalows that actually, again, got flooded when the tide came over, as I mentioned earlier on. But they've been renovated now. You might just pick where there's two people out walking on the path just ahead of me down there, which is where they start. So I'll open up again as we get there. Okay, so we've come to the edge of Towing, really, well, almost now. We're coming into the edge of Rhyl. You can see the Sky Tower up above the fence there, just beyond these people. One more caravan site and then we turn in to get on the seafront at Rhyl. So this is the corner where the caravans finish. So we're just going to take a right turn to go down towards the Harbour Master's office. You can see the buildings on the seafront in Rhyl there. There is an alternative way in that's through these sand dunes, which brings you about roughly at the same point by the Harbour Masters, where I'm going to follow the path round to the right. But as you can see, there's a few people up there on there. See something a bit different. One or two benches up there if you want to sit down and stuff. As we go right here and past the last of the caravans, we'll pick up the Rhyl Yacht Club, you know, and the hard standings where they have the boats out for the winter. So we'll have to watch out. There's no bikes coming around this corner as well, and that's good today. Well, that's the path up onto the sand dunes if you want to. And so you'll see the Harbour Masters building on the left hand side on the distance there. There's a cafe in there as well, so that's where I'm going to pop in for a brew if it's open, so hopefully it will be. And we'll have a look when we get there. So it looks like we're in luck. Coming there for a coffee. So I had a sandwich and a coffee in the Harbour Cafe. This is the riverfront or the estuary for the Clwyd. The blue bridges in the corner over there. And what we're going to do is go over the new, well, relatively new swing bridge, turn left and walk away along the promenade through Rhyl. So we'll just get going around here. Ponte Thraig is the Dragon Bridge. So we'll go over here and we'll get going. This is where the fishing boats go out of if you hire a fishing charter out of Rhyl. You get quite nice sunsets as well later in the day, or you know, at different times of the year, obviously. But it's quite a nice view. So we're going to head up. You see where the blue crane is there? That's more sea defences being done. So we'll get around this corner, just turn left, and off we go. So as you walk past this Marina Quay shopping centre, see this guy coming around on a bike in a second. There's two ways we can do this. The normal path, when it's open, follows the pink road round to the left and goes along the top of the promenade. But once you get to the building works, you have to cut across. I'll go up that way and just show you, but the most direct way would be to stay on the pavement going down there and follow the road, but we'll get away from the traffic. We can go a couple of 100 metres up here, then we'll have to cut around the building works until they're done, and then we can get back onto the coastal path a bit further along. You see the sun's getting low now behind me, and my shadows stretching out, but when you look out back over Llandudno, it looks to me as if the old storm's brewing. There's certainly some rain coming down by the looks of it, so who knows, we might have a bit of snow before we get to Prestatyn, which I've still got about another 4 miles or so to go, so it'll be interesting how quick this blows in, because you can see it's certainly getting a bit frisky, so we'll keep going. I'm not going to go down on the low one there because it's literally back up some steps in about 200 metres, but you can see it from here. I'll stay on this top level and then cut across where you can see the people just in front of that blue hut to get on the roadside pavement again. So this is where the building work starts, which is the coastal, fences again. So we're literally just going to have to cut across onto the main road here. Just cut through. I think there's a path that just goes around here where there's some, you see the white steps goes down. So we'll do that, get on the road and just keep going. It's to me like the storm's coming behind, so I'm going to turn the gas on and stop moving. So we're heading along Real Seafront. It's past its heyday from the 70s and 80s, I think, and it's getting renovated. It's better than it used to be. We're just walking past the Sky Tower now that we saw from a distance. Cinema's there just behind these shrubs. Some building works going on the right hand side, but we're basically just ploughing our way through. About another half a mile to go and we'll cut back onto the coastal path. You can see the signage here just behind this post. I'm just going to literally stay on the pavement, but you get a good chance to see a close-up of the symbol for the North Wales coastal path there. Well, it's a Wales coastal path really, it goes all the way around, so we'll just press on. So we're just heading past the clock building. It's all behind the meshing over there used to be the Woolworths building many years ago, long since gone. Unfortunately, Seaquarium, that's all also gone. So we're just heading down now, continuing straight along the coastal path there. I'll just have a look around this corner actually, maybe that we can get back on. I can see a yellow sign there, so you see the RNLI building there with the flag blowing on the top. We should be able to hopefully get back on the path there. So we'll walk our way around there, see what we find. So as you can see, we just walked through the open air stadium where you get some gigs on in the summer, and we're heading back onto the coastal path here. We walk in front of the RNLI station. As you can hear, the wind's getting up again now, so hopefully you can still hear me while I'm talking. So I'll get around this corner, look back, just about make the Great Orme out in Llandudno coming out of the storm over there. It's still coming this way, so I'm carrying on motoring. Got the wind behind me, but that means the wind is directing the weather to me as well, so hopefully it'll blow away to my right and go inland instead of over my head. But they don't call me Unlucky Steve for nothing. So it's a relatively new lifeboat station. Path spreads out quite wide here. See the launch slipway just going down on where the flag is. The boat gets taken down there by tractor out of the shed here. So we're just going past the travel lodge now, and it looks like another diversion, or maybe just a bit that's cut off from the main path. I can see some fencing, but we'll see where this takes us. We can get around by the looks of it, and we're going to go behind the 1891 Theatre and Pavilion, which is the big building just over there. You get all those stage shows and nice restaurants in there. They've obviously been doing some work on here. You see the digger tracks on the beach. More fortifications, no doubt. but it looks as if we can get past. There's a guy up there in like an invalid wheelchair, so if he can get through, I'm sure I can, God bless him. We can see where they're putting more rocks out here. I guess it's more sea defences. It does look though, as we get past this fencing and just literally past the end of the theatre, that we've got to be diverted again back to the road and head into what used to be the old Alexandra Hospital across the way there, just that one there. So a short spin across the car park onto the road again. These loos are shut now by the looks of it. It used to be handy. Straight over the car park onto the pavement. See where we get to. So there is a pathway now turning off just past the hospital there, down the side of the building works. These toilets are open for those of you that might need it. Real version of Stonehenge down there. And we're back on the coastal path again. I'm going to turn right here obviously, otherwise we get our feet wet. And then we're going to wake our way along the path all the way into Prestatyn now. There's still a few miles to go. I think that weather's blowing inland behind me, but all of the Orme is back open again. Which if I go across the sand, it's blown in, so you can just about make it out over there. All that was in the cloud before, so it's clearly blowing inland. Maybe we'll get away with it. So marching along here now, nice and wide, all relatively new. I'll turn on again when we get where you can see the rocks up there. It's called Splash Point. The landmark where the main road that runs along the promenade turns inland a little bit, but we can carry straight on over the top, and we'll be heading not all the way but towards where you can see the red cranes down in the distance, which is where they build the wind turbines. So we're coming up to Splash Point here, which is a local landmark, pretty much where the end of the promenade at Rill ends. You can see this little crenellated tower which signifies it, and there's a metal gate right at the end of this path which is closed today. Obviously when it's open you can walk straight through, but what we'll do is just go up the steps at the side there and just go around it and get back onto the path. They close it when the tides are due in, when the tides are going to be high. And as you can see, it's the waves are building a little bit. It's another local fishing vantage point off these rocks. So I'm just going to go up this slope here, turn literally left behind this little mini tower and pick up the path again. So basically back round the tower, down the steps. That's the gate that was closed, or is closed I should say. We just carry on around here. So this is all relatively new, as you can see. Finished about 3 or 4 years ago. Makes the access all on the coastal path much more straightforward now. So you can just about make some buildings out in the far distance on the corner there. That's where we're going in Prestatyn, where we leave the path today. So we've got another couple of miles to go, probably a mile and a half, something like that. So I'll pick up a little bit later on when we get to a little place called Frith.